It's just, and then when you start seeing numbers, just so you know.
Oh, so I'm talking to myself?
Yes, it's still 0.
Okay.
But,
well, hey, no one. Let us know where you're streaming from tonight.
Come on in, come on in, come on in. Come on in. God bless you. There's one. Come on in, come on in. There. No. There's 2. God bless
you. Talking to nobody because it says 0, right?
No, I'm just trying to help you. I just want you to understand how the system works. That's my whole goal.
Well, I know. I appreciate it.
Hey, Tracy McBell. How you doing, lady?
Hey, Tracy.
Just want to let you know whenever you want to do a push-up challenge, I got you.
Oh, Lord. Did you videotape when you did the push-ups?
I did the first couple of days. I'm too busy right now. I got too much going on. Lisa Jones, God bless you.
Sounds like.
By the way, I thank you for that Pharaoh. That my mother used to give me that. Thank you.
Did you share?
No, she gave me a recommendation. I'm just saying.
Oh, I thought it was food. I'm sorry.
No. Hey, Tatiana, God bless you.
Did you share? I mean,
you'll be all right. Let us know where you're streaming from. Let us know where you're streaming from. God bless you. Good night. Good night. Good night. Come on on. Come on on. Let us know where you're streaming from.
Come on in.
JoJo's Nails.
All right now, JoJo Nails. Hi, May.
Jean and Karen Summerfield.
And my nails do too.
Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. Come on in. Come on in.
I will not cheat on my nail guy. We have a relationship.
Hey, Carolyn, God bless you. All right, we're going to jump in. It's 7:01. Hey, Deborah, God bless you.
Carolyn, God bless you. Tampa
in the house, 813.
Yes.
All right, we're jumping in tonight, Friday Night Live. We are entitling tonight's session Free Flow Friday.
It's dangerous, y'all.
Free Flow Friday.
It's really dangerous.
What up, Jock? God bless you, brother. So Free Flow Friday. Some questions that we're just going to flow with, and we're going to let God take us where we're going to go in reference to this. All right. Question number 1, Charmaine. Were you scared when you got married?
This is a funny question because when I got my dress on the day that we were getting married.
Okay.
And I got in this car. Actually, my dad drove me to the church when we were getting married. And my dad turned to me at a light and he said, Charmaine, are you nervous? Because I was like really quiet and I'm never quiet. And I said, no, I'm not nervous. I just feel like I'm gonna vomit right now. He started laughing and he said, well, that's nerves. And he said, why are you nervous? I said, I don't know. And he said, it's the unknown that everyone's nervous about. But if you never take a chance, then you'll never know. So he pretty much don't live your life without regrets. And, of course, I didn't know the Lord at the time, but I asked that question after I was saved. And the advice I got was, if you marry, if you feel like you married the wrong person, you can never marry the wrong person because God can make any marriage right as long as you have him in the center of it. So
2 willing people.
Yes.
If you have 2 willing people who are willing to commit to marriage God's way.
Now, let me ask the question to you. Were you nervous about getting married?
Yes. I was nervous about getting married.
Is that? I'm not even gonna say it.
Whatever, man. First off, I thought to myself, can I handle marriage? Can I be monogamous? Can I be with one woman for the rest of my life?
Right. Forever?
Then I'm thinking about, I've never in my family seen a successful marriage.
Right.
So I come from brokenness. So with that mentality, me getting married was so far off of the radar. So I wasn't scared. I was like, I got nothing to lose.
Right.
You know, I've always been pretty adventurous,
Mm-hmm.
and it made sense. You know, it's practical.
And I think you had the mindset too that if it didn't work out, you just get a divorce.
Yeah, I was gonna cut bait. You know, just you know. Which,
little did he know he married someone that wasn't going to allow him to do that.
well, you kind of threatened me.
I didn't threaten you. It was a promise. And I keep my promises.
Oh, Jesus. So that's how he felt, and you know, initially, we got good mentorship.
Right.
I think that was key for me. I got good mentorship,
And we surrounded ourselves with couples that we aspire to be like.
Emily.
So they always held us accountable, and we, like when we were having disagreements or whatever, we would talk to one of them, and they would always give us good counsel. I think it was key for us when we first got married, even though it wasn't our choice, to have moved across the country from our family, because as soon as we got married, we moved to Phoenix, Arizona, and all of our family was pretty much on the East Coast. So there was no getting mad and going over your mama's house and talking bad about him, or getting mad and going for a ride to your friend's house because you ain't got no friends. You ain't got nowhere to go. You gonna go.
I think that was helpful.
Yeah.
I think that was helpful because we had no security blanket and we had to rely on each other.
Right.
You know, it's funny, in the Bible, it says that when a man marries, his service to the military, he gets a leave of absence. It's in the Bible. So that he can spend time with his bride.
So it's important to spend time at the very beginning.
Yes. Well, I think the early marriage is kind of like the first few years of a child.
Mm-hmm.
They say most of the development of a child happens in the first 3 to 5 years.
Right.
So in the first 3 to 5 years is what you got to get over.
That foundation.
That foundation. And it's the same thing in business. If your business gets over 5 years, you can be successful. But you have to get over that hump. So that's where you have to put maximum energy in. Now, the energy doesn't stop. It's just you need to understand that two becoming one is difficult.
Right. I think too, like piggybacking off of what you said before, surrounding yourself with people that have a relationship like what you want is so important. So whether you are newly together, and what I mean by that is whether you've been together dating for a year or whether you've been dating for 5 years, once you get married, it's a different commitment level. Okay. And some things should change. So
what happens if we got married and now this person is totally changed?
In what way? Is it addiction? Is it adultery? Is it physical?
I don't. What I'm saying is, you married a person that was outgoing, and now the person is a recluse. Mm-hmm. They kind of. It seems like their personality shifted.
I don't think people's personality shifts for nothing. It might be an illness or depression or something, and I do believe in for better or worse. So I say you stick it out and help the person work out whatever is going on with them.
Okay. Next question. How long should we date before we get married?
I don't think there's a right answer to that. I think if God told you to marry somebody and you all get to know each other and both people are hearing the same thing from the Lord, I don't think it matters how long you date. My parents dated for 2 weeks and they've been married for 40 some years.
Now, let's be clear. I'm not telling you that if you dated somebody for 2 weeks, I'm telling you to get married.
No, we're not saying that.
I'm just being clear. We're not saying that. I'm just
giving you an example. And I do think it's dangerous though, if you start dating somebody right after a long, if you had a relationship with someone, you broke up with that person, and then all of a sudden you start, did I go down the street?
No.
And all of a sudden you start dating someone else and then you get married to them. I think that can be dangerous because you're using them to heal. I definitely think that there should be some time to heal first, because there are different situations. I mean, we're talking about, specific situations that we're thinking about, but every relationship comes with different things that you have to consider.
You have to, they say for every year you're together, that should be 1 month of healing.
That's good. That's a good barometer.
2 years, 2 months, 3 years, 3 months. Nothing's exact, but you should spend some time alone and do an autopsy.
And heal.
And get to figure out things you could have done better. Now, here's the key aspect. If you're dating and having sex, you are prolonging marriage in reference to getting married. Got it?
Right.
Because I was telling my shop man, I said, listen, if the person's having sex with you right now and they're not married, why do I need to get married?
Right.
Part of the benefit of being married is having sex.
Right.
But if I'm having sex without being married, I'm just going to keep having sex.
Right.
So you have to understand that you are damaging the potential of getting married.
Not only that, a lot of your decision making changes when you're having sex with someone, especially to me on the male side, because if she asks you a question, your answer may be a little bit different because you're trying to get some later on versus, or a woman may feel like there's a bigger commitment. So then you have sex and you start acting like a wife when you're a girlfriend. And I think that could be a mistake that a lot of women make in acting like a wife when you are a girlfriend, and you get the commitment level mixed up because he's not your husband.
You have to be very careful when you allow sex to get engaged. I mean, let's deal with premarital sex, okay? Since we're already here.
Right.
Someone asked me, Pastor, Jomo, how do you feel about premarital sex? I said it's a trap. I said it's dangerous. I say you lose focus. You can't hear properly. So therefore, you're more inclined to make a bad decision.
Right.
When sex is not involved, you see all of it. When sex gets involved, you don't see anymore. You can't smell, you can't see, you blind. So you have to be very wise in reference to entertaining sex without commitment.
Right.
So it's dangerous. The other aspect of it is
soul ties.
Oh my God. You are connected. Let's talk.
I got you off.
No, you're fine.
Oh, okay.
Soul ties means when you have sex with a person, you have married souls. Not ties, married souls. Because biblically speaking, marriage was not based on vows. It was based on consummation, sex. So every person you had sex with, you have married in the spirit. Now, I had to do a whole bunch of repenting when I figured that one out. When I figured that one out, I said, God be the glory. Hallelujah.
And what's really bad about it is you wind up comparing everybody else that you're with the past souls you've been with.
Now, here is, to me, the most dangerous aspect of premarital sex. Okay? For example, you've had 3 people you have had sex with. Okay? And now you feel like you found the one. Got it? There is no perfect one, by the way. Okay? So now you get married to her. But you have 3 women or men in your head with these 3 different experiences. But this new person doesn't do what the old
number 1 and number 2 did.
Number 2 did. Number 1 is like nasty. And number 3 is...
Number 3 can cook so good.
Number 4,
it's just you guys get it. It's
you get
you're
yourself
trying to marry all those people and your experiences with this one person.
So what happens? You're not satisfied. You can't be satisfied because you're trying to compare 3 to 1.
Right.
So now sex is not fulfilling. It's sex, but it's not what it was supposed to be.
Right.
Because see, you have already exposed yourself to that. So, for example, if you're a virgin and you consummate, God willing is the best you ever had.
It is the best you've ever had because that's all you've ever had.
Now, the challenge too of that is if there's poor performance.
Right.
Because now
on either side, and
correct.
You've been waiting for your
Correct.
whole life for
Correct.
this experience, and then it happens, and it's 2 seconds.
Wow.
Wow.
Now that's a lot of information you said right there, Charmaine, in 2 seconds. That's a lot. So now, if we're going to deal with that, I recommend.
That's something that can be fixed, though, right?
I'm gonna give you the male perspective. Okay? I'm a perfectionist, so I try to do everything. So if I'm a male, what I would do is I study.
You study
Absolutely.
how to have sex?
Every aspect of it. Now, and what I mean by that is I actually read.
Whatever he read, it worked.
No.
I just messed you up.
No, you didn't. I'm ready for you. My point to you is, if you want to master different aspects of your relationship, okay? So I know it is 1 Corinthians chapter 7. It speaks about, and by the way, I'm touching on this Sunday service, okay? Anyway, but it talks about how the sexual drive is so strong,
right?
It's better to marry. So, and all throughout the verses, it talks about how to handle. So if you know that this is something that you want to be good at,
right?
Wisdom says to study.
Right.
The Bible says study. So if you say, okay, now this may be too over the top, but I'm going there because we're there, okay? Because I want to help somebody.
Right.
There's somebody out there hurt. Here's what you gotta do. You have to know how to pace yourself. Okay? Now, Joe, I'm just gonna be real with you. Praise God. If it's too short, you gotta slow down and calm yourself down and pace yourself.
Sorry, count apples. 1 apple, 2.
Listen, do what you got to do.
4 apple, 5. Nah, that's not funny. It's real.
No, it's real.
That's real.
No, my premise is you have to acclimate yourself to this new experience. Got it? For example, you go on a roller coaster. The first time, right? But after you go on a roller coaster second time, okay.
You kind of know what to expect.
Exactly. So
you can handle the terms.
Exactly. So you can have a poor performance in the beginning.
Right.
I never knew what it felt like. Okay, good. Now you understand. So now
so ladies, don't give up after that first time. Don't think your whole life is over, because it gets better with age or time.
I don't know, sweetie. All I'm saying is, don't make one experience be everything.
Right.
If you're going to be with this person for the rest of your life, work on it.
Yeah.
And I'm saying on both sides.
Yeah.
Women, you can't.
You could be a starfish.
A starfish. Starfish means just lay there. And that's not good either. No, God, understand. God.
Is it good to you?
No.
God.
No, God created sex.
Right.
So if God created it, it should be good. Remember, the Bible says, and God made man, he said, and it was very good.
Yeah.
So if God made us to be very good, I believe sex should be very good.
Very good.
Right? Because again, if needs are not being met, they will be met somewhere else.
Yeah.
So we want to make sure we study.
Right.
Babe, do you like this? Do you like that? Do you like this?
That's so good, though, to open up lines of communication
You have
in that area. We talk about it all the time. Sometimes right after, like, hey, was that okay for you? How was it? You know,
No, but
and we talk about it, because if you don't talk about it, then you never know. And I know it can be uncomfortable at the very beginning, but the more you talk about certain subjects,
you have
the
to.
easier it gets.
You have to.
Yeah.
There's communication, communicate, because you'll never change what you don't confront.
That's good.
So you have to communicate. And again, this is a touchy subject for men.
Right.
Because we have all these ghosts in our head, whether it is stamina, whether it's size, whether it's performance, whether it's movies, whether it's pornography. So you have all these ghosts that you're trying to live up to.
Right.
So you have to be very careful with your psyche as a man and keep your confidence, because if not, you can get yourself in a funk. And you got, so that's why it's critical. All right. Now I think I might have went too deep there, but it is what it is. All right. Question number 3. How do you know when a man is truly falling in love with you? How do you know when a man is truly falling in love with you? I got 3 M's. Here it is.
Okay.
You ready? The first M is his mouth.
How he talks to you?
How he talks to you. How often he says he loves you. That's a hard, especially brothers in the beginning. They all say I love you. I like you a lot.
Like you a lot.
Like you a lot. But when they communicate,
or how he talks to you, because
that too.
Some people didn't grow up with hearing those words. Not that that's an excuse, but it may not be something you hear like as soon as he knows that he loves you. But he may talk to you in with such respect and admiration, and he may adore you, and you can tell by his words. So
number 1, their mouth. Number 2, their money. Their money.
Mm-hmm.
How do they honor you, treat you, take care of you, share with you, and inform you of their money? Right.
Where are you a priority in their life?
Yeah. And that's Bible. Where your treasure is, that's where your heart is.
Right.
And out of the heart, the mouth speaks. That's Luke 6:45 and Matthew 6:21. And the last M is their mama. Oh, that's good.
Do you have to win over the mama?
Well, I think if they introduce you to mama, they're letting you know that you're some kind of important. So here it is. Their mouth, their money, and their mama. If a brother ain't showed you to the mama yet, you ain't that important yet. Because mama.
I don't know when I went over your mom.
I don't know. Let's not talk. Well, you know what it was? I think it was at a football game.
Really?
I think that's where you met my mother at.
Yeah, in Tallahassee. Yeah. But I don't know when I won her over.
I think when you made the Jamaican food.
Really?
I don't know.
She was my first teacher.
Yeah, she was a good chick.
She was.
All right. What is the one thing, it may be multiple for you, that a person cannot recover from? What is the one thing that if they did this to you, they cannot recover from?
If Jomo hit me in anger, I don't think I could recover from that. Like, I would be deuces. Funny story though, y'all. I don't know how long ago this was. You know what I'm about to say?
I don't know what story you're about to say.
So Jomo was sleeping, right? Like snoring, sleeping. And I came in the room and I rubbed on his cheek. And then I kissed him and he was like, pow! And I said, he said, I thought you were Phoenix. I was like, Phoenix is our dog. And I guess the dog like licks him in the face, which I didn't know he did that. He loves him. You were going to hit my dog.
I see him today, by the way. I hit him today.
You did?
Yes, I did.
Don't hit my dog.
He ran back home though. He wouldn't stop running away. Stop popping me, man. Right back home. Where to go find you? He's gonna stop running.
We're gonna talk about that later.
That's all right. You can talk about it. Jump a lick in my face when I'm sleeping. Be gone.
That wasn't Phoenix, so that time.
Well, I lost that.
And I was like, I could punch him, and it would be like so okay. Like this would be the time, Charmaine. I just kind of left it alone. He fell right back to sleep, and then he woke up acting like nothing happened. And I didn't mention it until like months later. And he was like, I never did that. I said, you knocked the crap out of me. But, it wasn't like a bruise or anything like that. But I was like, somebody stun you? I was like, So now I learned my lesson. When I wake Jomo up from the light sleep, tap him on that foot.
I wake up swinging sometime, y'all.
Hey, dog. Hey, you good? I just letting you know I'm about to go to Walgreens real quick, all right? Oh, baby, no, we good. We good. I just wanted to just let you go back to sleep.
You're so crazy.
Tap him on that foot, ladies. That foot.
Okay, so your thing is if I hit you in violence, abuse.
Yeah, abuse.
That's good.
I would think some addictions would probably be hard to live with after a time. Like I would definitely try to work with my spouse if he had some type of addiction
I got addiction.
and try to go get therapy
I'm addicted.
and get help, and I would try to stick it out. But I would think some addictions would be pretty tough as well. But physical abuse, I wouldn't be able to deal. Yeah,
That's legit.
that's not God's best for me.
I think for me, disrespectfulness doesn't work well for me.
So I could hit you and you'd be good with that, but if I disrespect you, you would leave.
No, it's just different levels of disrespect.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because it's very rare, but you know, if you allow disrespect to happen, then also you start getting these thoughts, and this is not good. So it'll be something really, we way past that stage right now. But my premise is, I think that.
Oh, we always been way past the stage. When you said I did, we was past the stage, boo boo.
Anyway, my point to you is certain aspects of disrespect I think could be
right, definitely detrimental to the relationship.
Or talk to a person a certain way, because I hold on to words. Not everyone holds on to words, but if you call me certain names, that's what I am. Okay, now that's not healthy.
No,
I should forgive and let go, but
let go and let God.
All right, next one. This is interesting. Read an article. Okay. Dr. Dre's wife, he is the producer / rapper. They're filed for divorce, and she wants $2 million a month spousal support.
I want to know how much he makes a month that she asking for $2 million a month.
Now here's an issue. They had a prenuptial agreement, so there was already a set amount that was identified that she would get if they had a divorce. She filed for divorce.
And how long have they been married?
I think 20 years.
20 years, that prenup is out the window. You know how much money he made in 20 years? $50 million? $50 million? No, I think, like, this is my example, okay? Because I do think a commitment is a commitment. At the same time, if he was a multimillionaire when they first got together, and she agreed, I'm just throwing numbers out there because I have no idea about the story. Let's say she agreed in a prenup to get $500,000 because, he had a few million in the bank, liquid. And now he has a couple of $100 million in the bank. I don't think the amount that she agreed to 20 years ago would be sufficient.
But I don't even think it's sustainable though.
It's probably not sustainable.
$2 million a month is $24 million a year.
It's not for a lifetime though.
Well, I think a dog is about 18.
Spousal support isn't a lifetime, is it? Y'all correct me. Is spousal support for a lifetime? I don't think spousal support is a lifetime, but if it is,
I think Jeff Bezos gave his wife $50 billion.
Wow.
$50 billion.
Wow.
Ooh, $50 billion.
$50 billion?
Listen.
That's crazy. That's not crazy.
This is after 10 years. Girl. 10 years.
You heard that.
So that's $24 million a year. That's $240 million. Why are you looking at me like that? You trying to tell me how much it's gonna cost me to leave?
You ain't gonna leave. You ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. We're gonna be right here, y'all. Together. We're gonna be happy too. Both of us.
How you gonna tell me I'm gonna be happy? That's so crazy.
No, I'm not. I always joke with him about that, y'all, but this is the type of mindset you have to have when you're married, that there is no divorce, there is no options. You are in it for better or worse. And you can't have that, well, if it doesn't work out, or if I don't feel right, or if I don't feel like no, we're going to make this happen. We're going to make this work. We're going to stay together. Don't you have that same mindset, babe?
Till death do us part.
Mm-hmm.
So I think she might have come in high as a negotiating ploy
Right.
to say, okay,
So they could come down to more.
yeah,
of a
because even if
reasonable
it's
number.
10 years, it's $240 million over 10 years. And the problem is that's tax-free
One of
money.
his deals is like $200 million.
Nah, he ain't get all
He
that.
got endorsements though.
He ain't get all that money.
I'm gonna have to do some Dr. Dre Google.
He got money, but I'm just saying, I think she went a little too far, but it is
Yeah.
what it is. All right, next topic. Okay. This is a little ratchet, but we're going to talk about it. Okay. Someone asked me, how do you feel about people going back after, the relationship broke up? We're speaking of Cardi B and the brother named Offset.
Now, a lot of Cardi B's fans are mad with Cardi B
Because she went back to her
for
husband.
going back to her husband because she filed for divorce and she was talking. She really wasn't talking bad about him in the media, but she was saying how it's not going to work and she's just too hurt and she's tired of it and blah blah blah. But my question to you guys tonight is: do fans have a say in your relationship? Or let's take Cardi B out of the picture. Let's say your husband does something crazy and you go and talk about him. Now that's the mistake that you made. You went and talked about him to your mom, your dad, your friends, anybody that would listen, your coworkers, and then you decide to stay with him. Do they get a say in whether they're mad with you for staying with him?
Well, the problem is you cannot tell if you're not sure whether you're going to stay or not. You need to keep the information to yourself, because one thing you learn: mama not going to forgive him or her.
Right.
Your brother and sister not going to forgive him or her. So
and some of the fans aren't going to forgive
and
him.
every family reunion, they're going to be looking at
me mugging your spouse.
So you need to keep what's in your house in your house. And that's the problem with where we are today in the world. So many people are having social media relationships.
Right.
You let people all up in your space.
I'm feeling hurt right now. You see that on Facebook. I'm feeling hurt.
I feel lonely.
Or you put subliminal post up. Well, if some people stop cheating, then some people could cook dinner tonight. Really?
Yeah.
Feeling discouraged. What? I shouldn't say nobody cares. But you know what? Keep your business to yourself. It's not for social media. It's not for the public to know all your business, especially about your relationship.
Absolutely. You need certain aspects of your relationship needs to be personal.
Right.
Your relationship should not be social.
Right.
Because now you've opened up a door to things that you're not ready to prepare for or deal with.
Right.
Keep it to yourself. I mean, I've made so many mistakes with my with me traveling and being around, posting things, came back and bit me. Because people feel like they're your best friend.
Yeah.
No, you have to be mindful that you need to keep certain things within your relationship and not publicize things. And if you're not feeling good, that's cool. Keep it to yourself. That should not be a post of how you feel and how this person did you and all this other stuff.
Right.
You're making it really hard for your relationship to be sustainable, because now everyone's talking about you.
Mm-hmm. Well, we gotta head out, you guys. I so appreciate you guys logging in tonight.
Yes, we love you. God bless you. I pray this was fruitful to you and helpful to you. Free Flow Friday.
And remember, love, laugh, and learn. Good night, everybody.
Love you to life.
Have a blessed weekend.
God bless you. Bye-bye, everybody.